Hello, folks, and welcome to Thursday morning. So for today's practice, we're going to be doing some yoga conditioning. So for those of you who have not been to a yoga conditioning class before with myself, it is a little bit of a faster paced class. I'm just going to turn this guy down a little bit. So it is a faster paced class, hence why I also put power yoga next to it. So this class is a little bit more faster paced. And it's geared a little bit more towards intermediate or even advanced practitioners. However, I will be kind of gearing a bit more towards the intermediate. If you would like to advance yourself in any modifications at all within this practice, please feel free to do so, and always honor your body and do what your body is asking for you to do moment to moment. All right, so for today, we've got a whole body workout ready for us. We also got a little bit of music in the background to keep us nice and motivated. Instead of doing a meditation to begin, we're actually going to start with some pranayama techniques, and then we're going to gradually step up our notches, get a little bit spicy and spicier as we progress through our practice, and then eventually we're going to be ending off into our meditation instead of shavasana. Of course, you always have the option of going into shavasana instead. It is your practice, so do whatever it is that your heart desires. So for today's pranayama techniques, we are going to be doing the Kapalabhati breathing, which is also called the breath of fire. So it's called the breath of fire because it actually stokes the heat from within. And we're going to use this breath to begin today's practice, to warm our bodies and get ourselves a little bit fueled up. So usually to do this breath, I would suggest going into hero's pose, or any pose where the pelvis is slightly tipped forward to have the spine nice and elongated. So you can go into easy crossed leg pose, aka lotus, if that's comfortable for you. And I'm going to turn onto my side so that we can see what the breath actually looks like. And we're going to be practicing this breath for about 30 to 60 seconds. So Kapalabhati breathing, breath of fire. Let's start off by bringing our awareness to the belly. So you're going to place one hand right at the belly here, just right below the navel. We're going to have a couple of deep breaths here on every single inhalation. You're going to push the belly out, filling the belly up just like a balloon. And then as you exhale, you're going to pull the navel back into the spine, scooping the belly in. Let's do 2 more breaths like that. Beautiful. And now we're going to start with the Kapalabhati breathing. So with this breath, what we're doing is we're essentially helping us get the breath out by using the belly as a pump. So on our exhalations, we're going to actually start pumping out the breath through the navel with an open mouth here, or through the nostrils, whichever one is the most comfortable for you today. So let's take a big deep inhalation together. Fill up the belly nice and full. And then from here, you can start to pump the breath out as you exhale through the belly, like this. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the hand away from the belly just for a moment, closing your eyes and noticing the subtle sensations throughout the body, and noticing any difference from before you started this breath to this very moment. Excellent. Let's place the hand back towards the belly. This time, we're all going to practice with our lips closed and only exhaling from the nostrils. Inhale, filling up the belly. And then beginning to pump out the breath through the navel as you exhale. Keep pumping that breath out. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing the hand back towards the thigh. And we're going to do that one more time for a little bit longer than we did before. Hand back at the belly. Inhale to fill up the belly. Exhale to pump. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, we're just going to take one big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then we're going to transfer onto our spines with our knees bent and our feet planted. So for today's practice, to begin, we're going to bring awareness in through the entire abdominal area and the full back line. So we're going to strengthen the entire trunk of the body. So we're going to be coming in and out of bridge pose. First, we're going to do bridge pose 3 times to find the appropriate adjustment for the feet placement. And then we're going to start to transition into reverse table to activate the core. So from here, we're going to take the arms alongside the body. Fingers are nice and wide. And you're going to start to step the feet, the heels of the feet, closer towards the sit bones. From here, as you inhale, begin to press the knees towards the front of your mat, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips up high, pull the navel back into the spine, and then lift the chest up towards the chin. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. And then on your exhale, begin to melt the spine all the way back down, tucking the knees into the chest. And then releasing the feet back to the earth. From here, if you'd like to gain a little bit of height, play with the distance between your heels and your sit bones. So some of us, the cue of bringing the heels all the way to the sit bones might not actually work. We all have different body sizes. We all have different torso lengths and leg lengths. So if you'd like to, just experiment here for the next 2 rounds. You can start to step your feet either further away from your sit bones or closer to your sit bones to find the optimal place for you today. As you readjust your feet, inhale, lift. Squeeze those glutes, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Fire up that whole back line, lift the heart up even closer towards the chin. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll the spine all the way back down, tucking the knees into the chest. All right, let's do one more to find the placement of our feet. Releasing the feet back down to the ground, arms alongside the body. Inhale, bridge after you readjust your feet. Beautiful. So this is going to be the last one that we're going to stay in. And then after this, we're going to start doing our transitions. All right, nice soft, gentle expression as you gaze up towards the sky, pressing through the feet vigorously, firing up the whole back line for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll the spine all the way back down, tucking the knees into the chest. Excellent. All right, so from here, we're going to descend the feet once again back to the ground, and then we're going to start to transition in and out of bridge position. So I'm going to show you what we're going to transition into so what we all know what we're doing. So once we come out of the bridge, we're going to go into reverse table. We're going to lift the feet off the ground, and then we're going to scoop the belly in, and we're going to cinch the space between the ribs and the hips as you take your gaze forward and reach all the way towards the front of your mat. It's very important to engage the core muscles here in order to strengthen the entire trunk of the body. And then you're going to exhale, take the limbs all the way back down. All right, let's see how that looks like. Inhale, bridge. Press, 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 press. At the base of your inhalation, you're going to exhale. Roll that spine all the way back down. As you inhale, you're going to lift your feet, and then you're going to reach all the way forward. Scoop that belly in, press it all the way down into your mat for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale. Limbs come back down. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, spine rolls back down to the ground. Inhale, reverse table, reach. Exhale, down. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, bridge. Exhale to release. Inhale, reverse table. Exhale, down. Inhale, table. Exhale, down. Inhale, reverse table. Beautiful. Exhale, down. All right. So we're going to release the hips, lower spine, and the abdominal muscles. Step the feet as wide as your mat, arms into T or cactus, swishing the knees from side to side. All right. So from here, we're going to start to alternate legs. Let's heel to the feet, back in to hip width distance apart, arms alongside the body. Let's bring the right knee into the chest. And then as you exhale, extend the left leg all the way back down to the ground. From here, as you inhale, guide your gaze forward, lifting the shoulder blades off the mat. And then you're going to pull the navel down into the spine as you begin to float the left leg just a few inches, if not a couple of centimeters, right off your mat. From here, on each exhalation, you're going to swap out each knee. Exhale, swap. Exhale, swap. Let's keep going and start to pick up the pace. Each time you bring the knee into the chest, hug it in as much as you can. All of that force, all of that power coming from the navel. And your exhalations. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Hug the knees into the chest. Take the head and the shoulder blades down. Release the feet back down, arms alongside the body. Inhale, bridge. Holding bridge for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, roll that spine all the way back down. This time we're going to start off with the left side. Hug the left knee into the chest, extend the right leg all the way back down. Inhale, nose to knee. Float the right leg just off your mat, and then exhale to begin switching from side to side. Five, 4, 3, 2, And one. Excellent. Hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a little tiny rest here. Let's take the feet as wide as the mat, arms into cactus or T, and switch the knees from side to side. Excellent. All right, let's heel toe the feet back into hip width distance apart. All right, so from here, we're going to tuck the knees into the chest. Cross the shins, take a hold of the tops of the feet, inhale to roll up. You're going to take your hands right in front of you, uncross the legs, step the knees back underneath the hips into tabletop position. From here, we're going to keep the toes tucked under, and then as you exhale, you're going to send the sit bones all the way back to the heels. From here, you're going to notice a little bit of traction in through the hands. You're going to start to push the mat away from you, descending the sit bones closer towards the ground, lengthening the spine. As you inhale, you're going to lift the navel up into the spine, come up back into tabletop position, and then we're going to soften at the elbows and open up the heart forward as we descend the hips towards the earth. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Keep shifting from front to back with the rhythm of your breath. For 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. From here, we're going to send the heels all the way back into space, downward facing dog. Taking the pinkies towards the edges of the mat, opening up the fingers nice and wide. Pressing to the heels of the palms and the lengths of the fingers. From here, you're going to start to pedal out your knees. As you begin to pedal out your knees, on each knee that's bent, can you cinch that side of the body, bringing the hip closer towards the ribs before switching sides. For 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's do 3 rounds of sun salutations to begin our day's practice. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, trace the sun, Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths here. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale, hop or step towards the front of your mat, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise all the way to standing, reaching up to the sun. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, trace the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breaths.
Beautiful. Bending the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale to hop or step towards the front of your mat, flat back. Exhale on your forward fold. Inhale, rise, Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. All right, guys, last sun salutation 8. Inhale, tracing the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 breaths. And then before coming back up towards the front of your mat, the front of our mat, we're actually going to just move from downward facing dog into the rest of our practice. All right, so let's take one big deep breath here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Excellent. And then from here, we're going to come back and forth in and out of plank 3 times before visiting our 8-limb salute. Inhale, scoop the belly in, shifting forward plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank, shifting into 8-limb salute. As you exhale, we're going to descend the knees first, and then you're going to melt the heart right in between the hands. On your inhalation, you're going to slither through the arms, untuck the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's do that 2 more times, slightly faster. Okay? Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, back. That was the last one. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees and chest down to the ground. Inhale, slither through, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. From here, let's take one big deep breath before continuing. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. That's the last one. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Plank. Exhale, knees and chest down to the ground. 8-limb salute. Inhale, slither through the hands. Upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. Beautiful. In child's pose, I would suggest, guiding your arms alongside the legs. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here. You can choose to roll out your wrists out behind you. Beautiful. All right, so since we're going to be doing a little bit more wrist things on our hands, rather, some more wrist work, let's keep our seat down towards our heels. Inhale, crown to sky. We're going to guide the arms forward. We're going to make nice little tight fists here. And you're going to start to circle out your wrists. One direction. Opposite direction. Beautiful. And we're going to take our wrists nice and straight with our fists and start pumping. Pump your fists. Pump, 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 pump. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Excellent. It's going to get lots of blood flowing in through those wrists, warming up those forearms. All right, let's take those hands up nice and high. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. 5, 4, 3,
2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna shake it out. So pretend as if you don't have a towel and you just wash your hands. Whisk that water away. Whisk it away, whisk it away. Beautiful. All right, let's come back into tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, send the heels back, downward facing dog. All right, let's take a couple of breaths here. Now we're gonna give our shoulders a little bit of a break. We're gonna start getting into those legs. So from here, let's bend the knees, navel to spine, gaze to the front. Inhale to hop or step forward into your flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise. Exhale, hands at the hips. Excellent. All right, so from here, we're going to keep the navel pulled back into the spine. And then we're going to bring the right knee into the chest. On your exhalation, keeping your hips square to the front of your mat, you're going to step the right foot back. We're going to do this 3 times. On the last turn, we're going to stay with our leg back. Exhale back. Inhale, knee into chest. Exhale back. Inhale, knee into chest. So this is going to be our third one. We're going to stay back. Exhale back. Beautiful. From here, you're going to keep a nice tall, long spine, reaching through the crown of the head. Keeping your hands at your hips, you're going to start to pulse the right knee up and down. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Send that heel all the way back. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, fold. Hands come back down to the ground. Shift your sit bones all the way back, opening up that left leg. Beautiful. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reach to the crown. Exhale to forward fold. Last breath. Inhale, bending the left knee. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, left knee into the chest. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, knee to chest. Make sure that you're focusing your gaze on anything that doesn't move. Exhale, step it back. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, step it back. Beautiful. Inhale, crown to sky. Exhale, start to pulse the left knee up and down. Three, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Press that left heel back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the earth. Shift the sit bones all the way back, releasing the right leg. Inhale, lift and lengthen the spine. Scoop the belly in. Reach to the crown. Exhale to fold. Last breath. Beautiful. All right, so now, instead of transferring to standing, we're going to transfer into plank. All right, inhale, stack that right knee over the ankle. Exhale, plank. And then we're going to be going into 8-limb salute. Descend the knees, descend the chest between the hands. As you inhale, slither through the hands, lift the crown up to the sky, press the tops of the feet into your mat, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog.
All right, let's take 3 breaths here. All right, and we're gonna get here a little bit more into our legs, a little bit more heat into the body, a little bit more flow, a little bit more movement. Inhale, right leg up to the sky. And we're gonna bend the knee, point the toes, and as we exhale, we're gonna shift the right toes over towards the left side. Inhale to square the hips, navel to spine. We'll do that 2 more times. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center to step the right foot forward. Beautiful. From here, we're going to slide the left hand underneath the face. We're going to inhale, right hand up to the sky, bringing the spine into a twist. On your exhalation, you're going to start to guide the right arm in between the front limbs. And you're going to straighten out that right leg as you reach the right hand past the outskirts of the left thigh. All right, now that we know what we're doing, we're going to inhale to lift up to the sky, twist. Exhale to release. Beautiful. Let's keep flowing in and out of these 2 poses with the rhythm of your breath for 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Beautiful. Let's take that right hand back down to the ground. Step the right foot back. Plank, lowering down, either nice and straight or in your 8-limb salute. Descending the knees, descending the heart. Inhale 2, slither through the arms, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 big breath here, in through the nose, and a big deep sigh out through the mouth. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Point the toes, bend the knee. Exhale, slide the toes over towards the right side. Inhale, center, squaring the hips to the mat. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, navel to spine, square the hips, step the left foot forward. Sliding the right hand underneath the face, and then as you inhale, reaching the left hand up to the sky into your twist. Upon your exhalation, sliding that left arm in between the front limbs, reaching all the way back to the outskirts of the right side of the body as you begin to extend the left leg. Inhale, twist, reach up to the sky. Exhale back. Inhale, twist. Exhale back. Inhale, twist. And continue to move at the rhythm of your pace with your breath. For 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Hands come back down to the ground. Step back plank to lower all the way down, or come through your 8-limb salute. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew, all right, so now we're going to start working our way into side planks. If you want to, every time we go into side plank, and if that's not something that you'd want to do for today, You can hang out in plank, or you can even take your knees down from plank so you can maintain the pose for a little bit longer. So from here, we're going to scoop the belly in. Inhale, shift the shoulders over the wrists. So from here, I'm going to make sure that you have the appropriate footing. As you notice, I actually scooch my toes back a little bit here to make sure that the spine is nice and long. Shoulders are over the wrists. And then from here, we're just going to start to pivot to the edges of our feet on each exhalation. From here, you can go as slow or as fast as you want to, rotating from side to side on each exhalation. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's come through center, descend the knees, untuck the toes, child's pose. Let's take a rest here. And take the time to take some very deep breaths. Last deep breath here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale forward, tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, coming into our side planks. Inhale, forward plank. And we're going to start off with the left side. So we're going to slide that left hand right under the face. And then from here, we're going to pivot onto the edge of the left foot. Then from here, you can either stack your feet right in front of each other or on top. Or if you'd like a little bit of an extra workout here for the obliques, you can start to float the right leg up. Arm reaches up into a starfish. All right, holding here for 5, 4, keep a smile on that face. 3, 2, and 1. Rotate back through center, plank. Beautiful, let's lower down from plank. Woo! Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's take a moment here to take 3 of the deepest breaths that we can take before going over towards the right side. Last breath. Inhale, forward plank. As you exhale, slide that right hand underneath your face. You're going to pivot onto the edges of your feet and reach all the way up with the left hand. Lift that right hip right off the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, come all the way back through center, lowering down from plank. Untucking the toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, child's pose. From here, you can roll out your wrists behind the body. Beautiful. All right. So let's bring the crown back up to the sky into hero's pose. So we're just going to give our wrists a little bit of a release before doing some more fun stuff in plank. All right. So let's take our arms all the way forward. Making fists. You roll out your wrists. One side. And the opposite direction. Beautiful. All right. Arms out in front. kind of like a superhero. You're going to start to pulse your hands, making little fists. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. All right, get those hands up nice and high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, hands come back down towards the mat. Inhale, tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. So from here, we're just going to play a little bit in plank. We're just going to alternate touching knees to the mat. Okay. So from here, let's inhale, navel to spine, shifting the shoulders over the wrists. And then as you exhale, you're going to dip one knee down, tap the mat, inhale up. Exhale, tap, inhale up. All right, let's continue at the rhythm of your pace. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so for the last stretch here, let's lower the knees just so they're hovering maybe about a centimeter off your mat. You're going to open up the space between the shoulder blades up, lifting the back of the heart. Beautiful. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down, untuck the toes, child's pose. One more breath. Make it a nice big deep breath, revitalizing breath. And from here, we're going to inhale, staying in hero's pose, crown to sky. And then as we exhale, we're going to tip one hip down and shift the feet forward. So if you are where I'm at on my mat, you're going to want to scoot yourself towards the front of your mat. Excellent. So knees are bent. And then we're going to reawaken our obliques. But we're going to start swimming backwards. And then we're going to eventually work ourselves into boat position. Okay. So from here, you're going to take your arms alongside the body, fingers reaching forward, parallel to the earth. From here, you're going to inhale, crown to sky, navel to spine. As you exhale, you're going to sweep the right arm all the way back as you lean back, squeezing the right obliques, and then inhale back through center. Exhale left, inhale center. Keep swimming from side to side. For 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to shift the spine back without curling the spine. So you're going to keep the integrity of the spine completely. You're just going to shift back slightly here. And then you can start to float the feet off the ground. And from here, you can choose to either keep your knees bent or you can start to extend the legs. Arms are right parallel towards the shins. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet back down to the ground. And from here, we're just going to heel to the feet, slightly wider than hip width distance. We're just going to fold right in between the legs here. Releasing the spine. Last breath. then rising back at center. All right, we're going to start to release ourselves here. Let's guide the arms parallel to the ground. Inhale, crown to sky. On your exhalation, this time we're going to curl the spine all the way back. You're going to tuck the tailbone under, pull the navel all the way back as you begin to descend each vertebra all the way back down to the ground. Excellent. All right, so we're going to start to slow down. Let's take the arms into cactus or T. We're going to take the heels a little bit closer towards the sit bones. Right ankle over left thigh, creating the shape of a number 4. Pulling the navel back into the spine, and as you exhale, descending the base of the right foot over towards the left of you. From here, we're going to internally rotate the right leg so that the knee drapes towards the earth. And then from here, if you'd like to have a little bit more support or increase the sensations throughout the right side, you can take your left hand to the outer crest of the right knee and then take your gaze past the right shoulder. Inhale, center. And then as you exhale, unwinding the legs, guiding the left ankle over the right thigh. Navel to spine as you exhale, descending the base of the left foot to the right. Draping the knee towards the earth. As you may place, if you want to, your right hand on the outer edge of the left knee, taking your gaze past the left shoulder. Last breath here. Inhale back through center. Beautiful. And as we exhale, we're going to unwind the legs. All right, so you're going to have a couple of different options here. So first, what we're going to do is be going into shoulder stand, if that's available for you today, and then transitioning into plow. However, you have options. So if shoulder stand is not within your practice, nor is plow, instead of shoulder stand, to create a little bit of an inversion here, simply take your arms alongside the body, and then you can guide your feet, the base of the feet, up towards the sky. So this position here will activate the parasympathetic nervous system, slow down the heart rate, and start to cool the body off. Okay? And then instead of plow, you may choose to take the knees into the chest, thus also creating a flexion throughout the entire length of the spine. If not, let's do shoulder stand and then plow. So for shoulder stand, let's take the arms alongside the body. Tuck the knees into the chest. You're going to open up your fingers nice and wide for support. And then you're going to inhale. Lift the legs all the way up towards the sky. You're going to shift the legs all the way back. You're going to place the hands right at the base of the spine to support the hips. And then from here, once you get a nice hold and you walk your arms and your shoulders inward, you can start to shift the legs all the way up, stacking your ankles over your hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to start to bend one knee and then the other. And we're going to start to extend the toes all the way behind the head into cloud position. From here, you can choose to either continue supporting the back of the body with your hands, or you can flip the palms down towards the ground and press through the arms. Three, 2, press back through the heels, and 1. Tuck the knees into the forehead, and from here you're just going to roll the spine back down to the ground. And then from here, for the next couple of breaths, you can invite any additional movement that you wish for about 3 breaths in order to help release the body. So you can come into your twists here if you want to. Happy baby. Knees into chest. 2 more breaths. And then you have the choice here. So the reason why I'm suggesting to do meditation instead of Shavasana is when we've invigorated our bodies so much, it actually helps us and it assists us to find that stillness and balance in our meditative practice. So if that's something that you'd like to experience today, and sitting in stillness and observation throughout all of the sensations through the body, please feel free to cross the shins, take a hold of the feet, and roll up into a seated position. If not, you can observe these sensations as you're lying down on the ground. Observing all the sensations throughout the body in silence for the next 4 minutes.
Let's take our last breath here together. Inhaling through the nostrils, exhaling from an open mouth. And if you're lying down on the ground, choosing your favorite way to come up into a seated position to close today's practice with a sound of Om. Guiding the hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. Let's take one full breath cycle in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then we're going to inhale to Om. Let's start now. Rubbing your hands vigorously together, creating heat through friction. Cupping the hands over the eyes, inhaling the warmth of the touch. And as you exhale, releasing the hands away from the face, a gentle transition from darkness to light. I hope that you guys enjoyed this practice today, a little bit on the spicier end of things. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock for slow flow vinyasa, followed by Pilates fusion. So for those of you who enjoy that little bit of a sweatier, spicier class, Pilates fusion is for you, where we marry Pilates with yoga. All right. Have a great day. Stay hydrated and enjoy the sun. Namaste.